Hi, this sequence video is going to look at the AQA Core 3 January 2013 exam paper. The videos will be split into three parts. The first part requires you to try the question yourself, so you pause the video and give the question a go. If you're unsure, you can watch on and have a look at the hints that I provide for the questions. And if you are still unsure, or you want to check your answer, you can watch on and have a look at the full answer to the question that I will go through. Now, some things to remember: to try the question yourself first. Only use the hint if you feel that you need the hint, and work through the answers as you watch the question. So don't just sit and watch. Make sure that you're taking notes and working through as you go. Also, if there's any time in the video that you feel that you can finish off the question yourself, then pause the video, finish it off, then you can always check your answer later. If you need any extra help, you can go to my website, which is www.mathdup.co.uk, and there's also my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Twitter at mathdup, and you can connect to me on Facebook as well. So, moving on to the first question, I'd now like you to read through the question and pause the video and see if you can try this yourself. Okay, well done if you managed to have a go at that. I'm now going to go through a hint as to how you can go about answering the question. So, part 1 says show that the equation x cubed take away 6x plus 1 is equal to 0, and it has a root alpha where alpha is between 2 and 3. Now what you want to do is look at the function x cubed take away 6x plus 1, and you want to show that there's a change of sign when you put 2 and 3 into that function, and explain what that tells you. Okay, part B says show that this equation can be rearranged in this form here. So because we know that we're looking for a root between 2 and 3, we know that x isn't going to be 0, so we can divide through by x and rearrange it and make it look like that. Part C says use the recurrence relation, and x sub n plus 1 is equal to the root of 6 take away 1 over x sub n, with x sub 1 is equal to 2.5 to find the value of x sub 3, giving your answer to 4 significant figures. Now what you want to do is you want to use an iterative method here, where you're going to start off with saying you know that x1 is equal to 2.5, and according to this, x2 is going to be equal to the square root of 6 take away 1 over x sub 1, and then you can carry on that until you get to your third value, and you need to say what that value is to 4 significant figures. Okay, if you'd now like to pause the video and see if you can have a go at finishing off this question yourself. Okay, well done if you managed to have a go at that. I'm now going to go through the full solution to this question here. So starting with part A, I'm going to start by writing this as a function. So I'm going to say that f of x is equal to x cubed take away 6x plus 1, and now we're going to put 2 into this function, so I can say that f of 2 is going to be equal to 2 cubed, which is 8, take away 6 times 2, which is 12, plus 1, and that's going to give me a negative 3. And I'm also going to put 3 into this function, which gives me 3 cubed, which is 27, take away 6 lots of 3, which is 18, plus 1, which gives me 10. Okay, so as you can see, there's been a change in sign. So my function, when I put 2 into my function I get -3, and when I put 3 into my function I get 10. So that means that somewhere between 2 and 3 we must pass through 0, which means that, that there must be a root that lies between 2 and 3. So I need to now say this here, so I need to say as there is a change in sign, a root must lie between 2 and 3. And there you go. So that will be both of your marks. Remember, you won't get the other mark unless you make this statement, so make sure you write down what you found. Okay, part B says show that the equation can be rearranged into this form here. Because we know that x isn't going to be equal to 0, I can divide through by x. So that's going to say x squared take away 6 plus 1 over x is equal to 0, and then I can rearrange that to say that x squared is equal to 6 take away 1 over x, and that will give me my mark. Okay, part C, and I'll move over here for part C. Okay, so we're going to use this recurrence relation with x1 is equal to 2.5 to find the value of x3. So I kind of started doing this over here, so I'm just going to bring this over here. Okay, so I said that x1 is 2.5 as we're told. X sub 2, well that's going to be 6 take away 1 over x sub 1, and I can work that out. That's going to be equal to, and I've got the square root of 6 take away 1 over 2.5. That gives us 2.366431913. Okay, and then to work out the third iteration, I would do 6 take away 1 over x sub 2, which is this number here. I'm just going to write it as x sub 2, and that's going to be this number here. And if I pop that into my calculator, I get 2.36165 6807. Okay, and we need to give our answer to 4 significant figures. So over here I'm just going to write down that x sub 3 is going to be equal to, and to 4 significant figures this is going to be 2.362, and there you go. Right, okay, and it's worth being careful here to make sure that you've rounded it correctly. You wouldn't want to lose one of your 2 marks just for a rounding error, so be careful that you've rounded it correctly. Hopefully that was useful. Thanks very much for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Take care.